So what's up there, guys? I decided to go live here for a bit and just kind of chat and see what everybody's been up to. Anybody watching? Got any big Thanksgiving plans? So on and so forth. Feel free to comment. We got a viewer? Post something in chat, please. Let's see here. What can I do? Yeah, I can do them. Give me 1 second here, guys. Got a viewer. Come on. Say something in chat, please, so I know you're listening. Can you hear me at all? See me at all? Well, I guess I get the show going though. Um, Tell me what you guys are vaping on. How was your evening? Got any big Thanksgiving plans? Um, Feel free to post anything and feel free to put anything in the chat. Just make sure it's respectful and reasonable within this channel as far as the topic. Um, so what am I vaping on? I got my Drop Dead RDA on top of the Maxo 315. Vaping on some Super Good by Squeezy. Also got a PWM 4S lipo mod that I've been kind of tooting on for a little bit. So, what do I have? What do I have planned for Thanksgiving? Pretty straight and simple. Just spending time with family, cooking a whole bunch of food, and hopefully eating it all. Probably gonna gain 12 pounds in the next, 48 hours. But that's the whole thing about Thanksgiving. You can eat what you want and not get judged for it. That's that's why Thanksgiving is probably one of my favorite holidays. Um, Let me see if I can share this real quick. Give me 1 second, please. All right, it's not wanting to go. For some reason I can't share this. I see how it is. Uh, Set up chat. Let's see, top chat. There we go. Live chat. Okie dokie. I see there's two viewers. Could you guys please say something? I'm trying to share this, but it's not wanting to go. Travis Walker, what's up, man? How you doing? What you vaping on? Got any big Thanksgiving plans? Yeah, I know who you are, Travis. You're on Chuck and Vapes' Facebook group. What's up, man? The vapor's making the camera want to go out of focus. Let me turn my fan on real quick. Might be a bit loud. Um, Trying to figure out what to talk about. I wanted to go live because I was bored. Ooh, the Torn Mech with the Twisted Message 24 Pro Series. Very nice, man. And some Sad Boy Pumpkin Cookie. That sounds pretty good. I'm not a big fan of desserty or bakery flavors, but I gotta admit that does sound actually quite nice. I actually got my Twisted Message over here. Need yeah. There's my Twisted Message 24 Pro. Just needs to be rebuilt. So that's why I've been running on the Drop Dead. I won the Drop Dead from Truckin' Vapes. His goal for me, as far as I also got the BTFC from him. I'm used to the big RDAs, like the 40 mil Mason RDA and the Buddha 30 millimeters. He's trying to show me that you can get a good vape from a smaller RDA with restricted airflow. Funny thing is, though, I've been vaping. Pumpkin cream cheese roll. Ooh. Low build. I hope I ain't too low, man. I'm all about safety, so I'm hoping that you don't have it too low. Last thing I want to hear is you having a battery vent on you, because we all know how that goes. I mean, I think we've all seen videos of what happens to an 18650 or a lithium-ion battery in general when they vent. But yeah, where was I at? Oh yeah, Truckin's trying to show me like you can get good vapes off of these small like 24, 25 mil atomizers. Funny thing is, I've been using 24 and 25s for quite some time, so I know exactly how to build 21730T. Okay, good. Nothing against you, man. Nothing against you at all. I'm just big into safety when it comes to vaping, and the last thing I want to hear is someone having a battery blow up on them, and more so, but not because of the whole FDA thing or whatnot. It's just more of the person's safety. I just don't want you to get hurt, man. That's the vaping community is like one. It should be one big family, and that's how I see it. So I always look out for other vapors. But yeah, trucking is like, oh, 25, 24, 25 millimeter RDA, running about 90 to 100 watts. You don't need 250. Funny thing is that most of the stuff a lot of my 200 watt vapes are off of 24 millimeter atomizers. Good to hear, Travis. Good to hear. Um, so if anybody, and I, I don't know why. People always ask me why do I vape at 250 watts. Well, it's just I always with the coils that I build, especially. I've typically it takes that amount of power just to get them to ramp up quick, and I just love that heat, and to me it gives off the best flavor. Now, granted, like this squeezy right here, which is a raspberry watermelon candy, hot, it kind of takes away the whole candy. I guess the whole candy. Uh, you don't expect fruit to be hot. That's what a lot of people say. Uh, a hot vape with a fruit flavor doesn't sound good. To me, it tastes awesome. It really does. Um, I mean, hell, Travis, share this on Truckin's Facebook group. Let's even get some of them in there. I will admit, I'm running the. Let's see, I'm running the Drop Dead at 165 right now. This is mainly because of the coils I have in it. These are triple core 26 night chrome with I believe 38 night chrome. 5 wraps came out to a .09. But yeah, Travis, go on to share this on Truckin's Facebook group, and let's see if we can get some of them in here and kind of hang out for a bit. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Brings out higher notes. For me, though, a lower wattage vape, like if I were to build a .25 at and maybe like 90 watts, to me, I don't get as much flavor. Thanks, Travis. I do appreciate that, man. Because trucking's off in bed, and I know some of these people still want to kind of interact. So let's bring them over here to me and see if we can get have some fun here. I will admit there is a bit of a like a 8 second delay on here for the chat for me. Same here. I'm usually built between a .08 to a .14, .15, and that's just how I build. Of course, I use sticker gauge as a wire. Like if I use a fuse Clapton, if I make fuse Claptons, I usually go with 24 and like 32 or 34. 5 wraps, 6 wraps on the 3, and they usually I'm up between .12 and .14. Oh yeah, I can't do aliens yet. I can't do aliens at all. Not yet. Well, not perfectly anyway, but I'm working on it. For some reason, aliens is one to be the biggest pain in the ass for me. It's and I use a Fisker's hand drill for that stuff in it. But yeah, triple core and quad cores do put off some amazing flavor. I will say that much. That I don't know for sure. Really, I've been trying myself through this. Hang on, let's see if I can try it. Give it a shot. Honestly, I've been trying. Let me try share. Okay. Try again. I don't know, man. It's not really working for me either. I don't know why. I'm doing this with my phone too. I don't know why it's not letting me do it. Hmm. Trying to think here. I don't really Share. Copy link. There we go. There, I think I got it. I don't know why the last time I went live on my channel, it let me share and all that on Facebook while still being live. So I don't know why I didn't let me do it this time. So I had to back out of the live stream and let it buffer until I can get it going. But I think I got it this time, so we should be good. All right, we got couple more viewers in here. I got the chat down here in front of me. It could be the updates. Yeah, it could be. All right, getting some more viewers in here. I got the chat right down here on my desk, so feel free to start chatting it up. Feel free, ask questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, let's talk about it. I mean, it's called Let's Chat for a reason. I will have to get Jennifer in here, honestly. Yeah, or Big Nugget. You're right about that one. That would be kind of cool. Trying to get people to talk, but no one's wanting to talk. I've heard about the Bonza, but I never tried it, so I wouldn't know how to talk about that. I do know Bogan is the one that came up with it through Vandy Vape, so. Yeah, I remember. I don't know. It was a week ago, 2 weeks ago that Bogan put up a video. Holy shit! That's a pretty damn deep juice well. Holy fuck! Yeah, Bogan. Again, I don't know if it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago that he put up a video, and it's about the new vape laws in Australia, and I feel so bad for him. It's ridiculous what Australia's going through. My first one was the El Cabron. Yeah, they're getting rammed up the ass without any lube. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. I mean, hell. I mean, Gregory. I mean, hell, a juice well that can hold 9 milliliters, though that'd still be awesome. Of course, at that point, that should be considered an RDTA. TVA Ryan Vapes, what's going on, man? Finally getting some people in here. 6 millimeter deep juice well. It's still. Maybe one of my RDAs. Yeah, a lot of my RDAs are pretty damn big. Oh man. Yeah, still vaping on the old box. Not much. Ryan vapes after the show ended and chit chat with everybody else on the panel for a little bit longer. Everyone decided to hit the second themselves, but me, I'm a night shift worker. I usually don't go to bed till about 6, 7 in the morning, so I thought I'd come on here for a little bit, see if anybody is still up. Yeah, the Colorado Gregory showed me a picture of it. Actually, the owner of my local vape shop is he's trying to get a hold of one for me. I think I can have some fun with that son of a bitch. I mean, I have enough. I got a lot of big old atomizers. I got the Mason 40 mil RDA. I do have the Mason Dump Tank 40 mil. I should probably get that thing back up and running. And I have the Aromatizer Titan 41 millimeter. So I'm thinking I should probably up the game a little bit more. Hell, throw the Colorado on this big old lipo box. I think old Batman hashtag Baby Clouds, he's gonna have a run for his money at that point. Oh man, Jeremy Wolf. I think that's the Wolf here on YouTube. When I posted the video on the Facebook on Truckins group on showing off the lipo blowing the clouds out of my garage, Jeremy said something about me and Batman should get into a cloud comp, and I said I'm in. Yeah, I am. $99 for a 52, basically a 53 millimeter RDA. I mean, come on, that's not too bad at all. Especially with the amount there's so much customization in it when it comes to building coils. You can in certain ways you can build them. That there alone speaks volumes. And obviously, as many airflow holes as there are, I'm hoping that thing comes with either extra barrels that have different types of airflow, or you can close some of those holes off. But yeah, $99 for something like that—that's not too bad at all, in my opinion. Now I spent. I remember when I started vaping, a box mod and an RDA setup. If you were to buy them both at the same time, let's see. For example, my first box mod slash RDA setup that I bought all in one shot was the Sigelei 150. You too, Gregory. Take care, bud. I'll catch you on the next panel whenever trucking's on. So, catch you later, bud. Um, the first box mod I ever regulated box I bought was the Sigelei 150, and the first RDA I bought for it was the El Capron RDA. So that was my first box and my first RDA, and I bought them both at the same time. I also had to buy batteries because at the time before I bought the Sigelei, I was running off of a Aspire CF Sobom 2 battery, which was a built-in battery with a Sobom tank on it. The Atlantis version 1 to be exact, from Aspire. But um, as I bought okay, a little history lesson, a little story about when I got into vaping and how far along I've become. um, I started vaping in late January, early February of 2015. I was 19 years old, about ready to turn 20. I smoked for a few years before I started vaping. My dad, in mid January of 15, he suffered a very severe heart attack. Thank the Lord above that he was fine afterwards. The doctors took good care of him. There's no damage to his heart at all. He's all hunky dory now, and I thank the Lord above for that. But he basically, that was at that point when I was informed from the nurse that cigarettes did play a part in his heart attack. That right there told me I needed to get off them. I mean, I didn't smoke for as long as a lot of vapors do. Like I'm sure guys like Truckin, Kimmy, all of them. I'm sure they smoked for quite a lot longer than I did. But at the same time, though, we all know the effects of cigarettes and how just a year of smoking, and we all know what a year of smoking cigarettes can do to you. Definitely, though, when I started vaping, CF71 battery from Aspire with the Aspire Linus version 1 tank. That was my first setup. Basically, a big old tube, almost an ego pen on steroids. Is basically what it was. I had that for a few months, but then I realized I needed something a little bit more. Um, Definitely went back to the shop that I started going to, and they had uh, a couple box mods, and I needed something that had a little bit more power, but also had a little bit more battery life. And they hooked me up with the Sigelli 150, which was it's I don't have it anymore. I sold it to a buddy of mine, but it's still, and he still uses it to this very day. This thing still is trucking along like crazy. No pun intended to trucking vapes, but I mean, you know what I mean. Um, I continued to use the Sublime tank for a couple. Yeah, I bought the RDA. I bought the RDA with the Sigelli, but I didn't really start using it until a couple weeks after. Um, but man, but as far as cost though, I think the Sigelli was about, I think, 120, 100, 130 bucks, and the two batteries, that was another 25, and the RDA was like 50, 60 bucks. So that right there just tells you how much back then an RDA box setup, if you would buy all the stuff at once, how much it would cost. It came around about 215 to 230 as far as after tax. Um, I was a smoker for 9 years, and first model was an Anakin Coolfire 60 watt. That was 3 years ago. And to each his own. I'm not the kind of guy to bash people about what they like to vape. Um, I'm I'm just one of those heavy hitters. As I prolonged in vaping, I decided I needed more and more and more as far as throat hit and heat and flavor, and I just happened to be the ones that only found it through higher wattages at lower resistance. If someone were to come to me with, say, an old school E-Leaf iStick 30 watt with a Aspire Nautilus on top, I'm not gonna bash them for still vaping like that. If that's what they like and if that's what works, then all, more power to them, because that's what they like. That's what they need. Me though, I need something like this. I don't squonk though. 120 to 130 for the Alien Baby Beast kit. Uh, Two 30Q batteries and a 10 mil house liquid. Pricey, but got me switched. Quickly picked up the drag and matching Demon RDA. The rest is history. Hey, we, like Batman says, like Truckin says, the main goal is not what you vape. The goal is to get you off cigarettes. So vape. I always tell people, vape what you like. Now, granted, if friends or something tell me that their vape just ain't doing it for them anymore, they need something more, then I take the time to do a little bit of research and see what's on the market and see something that might pique their interest. That's the only time I really bring in my 2 cents to that, anyway. Hence why I started a YouTube channel, though, so I can do my part in helping people. Actually, I still got one of my old boxes right here. Where is it? Right here. This is the Pioneer for You IPv3 Li. It says that right there on the bottom. And it still is a great atomizer. Hell, I'll throw my Twisted Message Pro on here. It's got that coil built in it. Cotton's probably a little old though, but to each his own. Actually, cotton still looks pretty good in this thing. I'm actually kind of shocked. Travis, you were mentioning earlier about the quad core fused Claptons. This is actually what I have in here. This is 28 with 38. Let's bring this up to 125. I mean, this thing still performs very, very well, even being, coming on almost 3 years old. Yeah, I'm picky when it comes to getting a mod or RDA. I do a lot of research on it because it has to perform well for me in order to get it. Yes. Now, granted, I haven't really yet reviewed a product that has not been good. I don't know if it's just because my vape shop happens to get the good ones or what, but if I review a product that has flaws, that has issues, I will bring them up. I just haven't yet found one, gotten one yet anyway. Like when I reviewed the Zenith, some people had issues with their Zenith. Me, I didn't really have a problem with mine. I must have gotten a good one out of the batch. It, Although I will admit though, mesh sub-ohm tanks, I'm not a big fan of. Although they give great flavor, like I said in that video, it gives off great flavor, but it's not giving me the heat that I look for. Actually, about 2 days after I did that review, a guy who I work with is apparently a fan of my channel, and he wanted to buy it off of me, and so I sold it to him. I've been getting interested in the older stuff. Been looking at the Snowwolf 200. Snowwolf 200 is I think I still have mine actually. I got the Osmosis Limited Edition Snowwolf. I think it's the Gen 1, maybe Gen 2. I don't know. I've actually used it a little while back, and it was sitting on my table for about a year or more, and I just wiped the dust off of it, put a fresh set of VTC fives in there, and it turned right on. It turned right on. It vaped awesome, and definitely still worth it. Sort of hard finding a shop here in Oklahoma that carries more than your average mods and whatnot. Yeah, my shop's kind of the same. They kind of more go towards starter kits, but they do have some advanced stuff. Actually, the owner of my shop knows how I am. They've known me since they opened here in my town since August of 16, and whenever I pop in and ask for a certain product, either they don't if they don't have it, they definitely will get one for me. So. Um, I'm I, Even though I vape the new technically new school stuff. I mean, the Maxo's been out for been it was released. Oh shit, 2 years ago. The owner of my closest vape shop doesn't even know how to build. The others know their inventory, but nothing else. So I resort to online only. Yeah, I do a lot of that too. Like the two Maxos I currently own. I got those online. I might be picking up more this coming weekend. Um, the online shop I go through usually has a Black Friday sale. Element Vape, I hadn't had no issues with that website. So, um, Travis, yeah, I'm hoping to pick up some things in March when they have a vape expo here. Um, Sadly, there's no expos here in Kansas City. Unfortunately, um, there was one a couple years ago, but I didn't know about it because I didn't have a YouTube channel back then. So yeah, and some of the people who work at vape shops hardly knows Jack. Yes, I have seen that a few times around here. There's about now 6 shops around me within a 15, no, about 25-minute drive from me. The farthest one being about 25 minutes if traffic plays out correct well enough. But yeah, some of them don't know diddly squat. I'm sad to say. They just know about the products. They don't actually know how to. All they know is what the product is, what its high wattage is, what it can build down to. Otherwise, though, they don't truly know how to actually work them. And sadly, that right there is not full customer service. So, but yeah, I can't stand that either, Travis. I really can't. But here's a funny thing. If I were to open up my own shop, customer service would be number one. Customers would always be the priority, which I know a lot of shops do that now, but I would definitely go above and beyond to make sure that every employee of mine is trained in everything in the shop. That way they know everything from left to right, top to bottom, inside and out. That way, if a customer comes in looking for a certain device, they will know exactly what to grab and what to show. I'm moving to a smaller town with the nearest vape shop being about 30 minutes away. Once the FDA stuff settles, I might try opening a shop. Kentucky has a tax regulation, so that's a plus. Um, awesome, man. I do want to open up my own shop. Um, I already have ideas for a shop. I yeah, I'm probably doing the same thing as you are. I'm probably waiting for the whole FDA thing to settle before I even decide on making plans for it. And um, sadly, actually, I this might be a little sad to say, but the shop itself is going to be in Canada, Cambridge, Ontario, just because they are truly embracing vaping up there, and especially in that province of Ontario. I can't say for the rest of Canada, but I do know where I go for vacation up there. That's where um, that's where vaping's kind of thriving right now. Travis, I saw you say something. What'd you say? Travis, what did you say? I don't think you said something there, Travis, but it's not showing in the comments. You mind retyping that, please? Um, but I am doing a website though for my shop. I'm going to do online sales as well. Hopefully, I can get it to where I would be able to sell through the website internationally from Canada, U.S., at least Canada and the U.S. Um, when it comes to a business, I'm always about customer service. Though I don't have a degree or anything in business, let's face it though, when it comes to running a business, as far as the customer service side, you should not need any type of schooling for that. Let's be real here, guys. Come on. But man, I would just like to see. Like we were like Truckin and Stevie were talking about on the show not too long ago, about a shop in Indiana that basically was selling vape products to kids. Now that right there is a whole big issue. That right there is basically I hit the brakes on that one and went, what the fuck. Um, here we go. One of the old shops I used to go to has these pissy little high school kids working in there, and they don't know their head from their asses. Holy shit! You cannot be any more right than that. Um, there's a shop about 15, 20 minutes from me down south, and holy shit, these guys, they're over 21. Some of them, most of them are in like their early to mid 30s. And when I talked to, there was one guy, he was vaping on a mech, and asked if I could see it, and he did, and I was looking at it, and I was looking down the cap of the RDA he was using, and I asked him, what's the resistance of this coil built, and keep in mind he had an older school 18650 mod. Even with the best batteries, though, he's pushing a .06. Excuse me. He was pushing a .06, and that right there's like, oh, dude, what the hell? And .06 is pushing it. If you had a .08 and hitting it every so often, then that's different because. But come on, I mean, .06, hell, oh my god. Yeah, oh damn is right there, Travis. Holy fuck. .06 on the tube, you shouldn't even be working in a vape shop if you got a mindset like that. Whew. So it's like Trucker said, a lot of these people that work in vape shops, a lot of them, they don't know diddly squat about what they're doing. Yeah, it is dumb as hell. I mean, it's no. I mean, where's the common sense? Where is the safety in all this shit? I literally wanted to slap the snot out of this motherfucker because this guy wanted to say that, oh, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Obviously, you're fucking not. I mean, hell, I told him to take a rip off of it and hand it back to me, and when I grabbed it, oh my god, one hit and that thing was already. That thing was stone cold when I had it. When I was holding it the first time. But then he takes a rip off it, he hands it back to me, and it wasn't the heat of his hands. This thing got it was warmer than it would be if it got warm just from me and him holding it. It's like, damn, dude. Shit. Right. I think a basic training. If someone applies to work at a vape shop, if they get hired on, they should either A, apply with already the knowledge of Ohm's law, or B, if they get hired on, they have to get taught Ohm's law and battery safety. I mean, really, it's just ridiculous what's been going on here lately. Um, This is just bonkers. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah. Oh my god. I think I just need to do a video and share it all over every vape group I'm a part of. Just make a video about battery safety and Ohm's law, and then just do that. I mean, come on, and title it like "Know Your Ohm's Law Before You Blow Yourself Up" or something like that. Because that's what will blow you up is building a building coils that are too low for what the battery can handle. Yeah, vape gods. Whew. People who call themselves vape gods is like, really? I call myself a novice vapor or an advanced vapor merely because I know how to build good coil, intricate coils, most intricate coils. But at the same time, though, I know Ohm's law. I know battery safety. Um, I just call myself, or if you want a more practical term, um, I would say this more of a seasoned vapor, I guess. Oh damn! I'm actually getting a little tired here. Of course, it is. It is almost a quarter turn past 2. Yeah, there you go, Ryan. Seasoned enthusiast. Yeah, that's a better term for it. I still find it kind of creepy though, Ryan, how you and I are around the same age and we started our channels around the same time. I'm just saying it's a little. That's a little odd if you agree with me. Um, it is. Yeah, it is kind of funny. Knowing Ohm's law and various safety tests should be mandatory for applying for a job like that. And I couldn't agree more with you, Ryan. I couldn't agree more. Travis, you feel old. Okay, let me give you guys like how young I truly am as far as say a lot of like in your family you have obviously your mom, your dad, your siblings. Then you have aunts, uncles, and they have kids that are your cousins, right? Well, on my mom's side of the family, I am one of 10 grandkids. And out of these 10 grandkids, I'm the youngest. My grandma had 10 grandkids. Well, I ain't too far off of you, Travis. I mean, I'm closing in on my mid 20s, so I'm not too far behind you. But out of these 10 grandkids of my mom's side, my grandma's grandkids on my mom's side, um, I was the youngest out of the 10. The age gap between me and the second youngest is 15 years, while the age gap between me and the oldest is 32 years. I'm an only child, so but my dad turned 60 in April, and mom turned 60 in July. So yeah, 32 years younger than the oldest cousin, and I'm 15 years younger than the second youngest cousin. But I can say though, I am the biggest. Literally, as the age, I find this so funny when it comes to me and my 9 other cousins on my mom's side. As the age with me here, and the oldest being up here, the height is the exact opposite. I might be the youngest, but I'm the tallest. The oldest is the shortest. I mean, it's literally if you line this all up from age, as the age goes up, the height goes down. Uh, that right there is funny. I've been called the baby so for so many years, but then as I got older and gotten bigger, it's just like, yeah, he ain't a baby. All my cousins are like, yeah, he's not a baby anymore. I'm 6'5", 357 pounds. So yeah, I am no little person by any means necessary. Um, by any means, I am not a little guy. I've been little since I was in my single digit years. Um, hell, I hit the 6 foot mark by the time I was like 12, 11 or 12. Um, I was the same height of my dad at 9. I didn't really hit the 6'5" mark till about a couple years ago, where my body decided to go through one last little growth spurt. It's it's them damn chicken nuggets they gave us when we were little, packed full of steroids. Wouldn't be surprised if some of that carried over. It might as well, man. I mean, hell, as time goes on and each generation that is brought into this world, they just get taller and taller. Yeah, the square cafeteria pizzas. My dad always said the milkman or the mailman, one of the two, or sometimes he calls them the 12-year installment plan. You guys might get a laugh out of this. Um, my parents got married when they were both 24 in 1982, and by 83, by mid to late 83 is when they started having trying to have kids. Well, lost train of thought just now. So the latest I could have been was probably mid to late 84, possibly. So theoretically, I should have been uh, going 34, turning 34 this year, but I didn't. The doctors told my mom she would never get pregnant. Something was going on. Dad was fine, but something going on with mom. She just could not bear children, and doc said that she would never be able to bear children until one warm summer day in 1994. Mom started feeling sick. Mom started feeling sick. Goes to the doctor. The doctor tells mom she's pregnant. So 83, 82 they got married. 83 they started trying to have a kid. So that's why my dad called me the 12-year installment plan. Yeah, those pieces were pretty good, especially the breakfast ones of a morning. Holy God, with the scrambled eggs, the bacon, and the gravy for the sauce. Ooh, brings back memories. Um, Even on both sides of my generation of the family, as far as the family generation, in my generation, I'm the biggest on both sides, my mom's and my dad's. The biggest, the tallest, but definitely the youngest on both ends. So I think God literally just said, he might be the baby. Well, let's grow him. Let's give him something over the rest of them. So let's make him a giant. And sure enough, they did. So, but being big like I am ain't all it's cracked up to be. Being tall and thick. Um, as a kid and going on the school bus, my head would rub against the ceiling of the bus. I mean, I had to duck down just to walk down the aisleway of the bus. Um, Everyone else was a lot shorter than me back in school, so a lot of them I didn't see. If some of them were standing directly behind me, I couldn't see them. I mean, I can turn my head like as turn as far to the side as I possibly could, and I couldn't see anybody. And oh yeah, I got it. I got he's my dad's cousin, so I'm his second cousin, and he towers over me. I think he stands about 7'3", 7'4". I got a buddy who's got a brother who stands 7'5" and is a former Ironman competitor for the state of, I think, Texas or Arizona, one of the two. I didn't know it's one of the lower states. He stands 7'5", and at his thickest, he weighed about 5'30", 5'40". I mean, this dude was huge. I don't remember his name though. He's not around anymore. He's not dead. He just moved somewhere else in the country, and we all just never seen from him again. Um, being there is such a thing as being too short and too tall. Um, it's like what Vaping with Ken when he did the 24-hour suicide awareness stream, talking about being a bigger guy and if that's a fact plays a negative factor as far as the opposite sex. Um, and also, me and Truckin were talking about this on one of the shows one time. But for me, though, I have seen that not a lot of women like a really big guy. Um, I guess some of them do, but a lot of them don't, sadly, in my opinion. And that's what I've seen. So take that with a grain of salt if anybody gets offended by that. Anybody or watches this after I end this stream. But um, I just every girl I've tried asking out on a date, they had that look of fear on their face. Now, granted, at the time these girls were like 5'2", 5'3". This was like back in when I like just after I hit 20. Um, they just oh girls like here in my town or in the neighboring towns around me, they just do not like the big guys. They just don't. I guess they feel intimidated. I guess they feel scared, worried that if down the road, if they get into a relationship with guys like me, I guess they fear that later on down the road, if something were to happen where we get pissed off, they can't defend themselves. And that's what I'm thinking. That's what concocted in my head as far as a theory. But what most women need to realize that don't like the ones that don't like to date the big guys. Some women don't like dating guys who are like a solid muscle because that's like a lot of I've heard a lot of girls say it's like sleeping on a rock. They rather cuddle with someone like me who's got a few more extra pounds on them because we're more cuddly. I've heard that before from a lot of people. Let's see here. Yeah, same here. I've seen that as well. Ryan, 5'3" and under. They're legitimately crazy. Take it from a married man. That's what you call fun size, says Trout. They are fun size. I actually dated a girl. She wasn't that crazy. I was actually more crazy than she was. Um, AKA short girls. Yeah, I dated someone. She was about 5'1", 5 foot to 5'1". Fun until they can't reach the top shelf. Oh my god! And that's when they call us like, "Hey, can you reach something for me?" Which being tall is not as all cracked up to be. Yeah, short people can't reach the top shelf, but us tall guys, we have a problem reaching the bottom shelf. But I dated this girl for a few months. She's still about 5 foot, 5'1", and me at 6'4", 6'5". Um, it, ugh, I was actually a little more crazy than she was. I was a little more crazy than she was, as far as overall personality. Like at that point, at that time in my life, I had the I don't give a fuck attitude. I mean, I was humble and everything, but otherwise, I just didn't give a rat's ass. Um, but one day, I'm laying down. I was at her house. I was laying on her. She was. I was at her house. She was helping her mom with something, but I worked nights and I went over to her house like early in the morning, so I was dead tired. So I said she let me go into her room and lay on her bed for a little bit, take a nap for at least an hour or so. But then I wake up to this someone landing on top of me. It was her. She was playing around, trying to pin my arms down, and she didn't have them up here. She had them down to my side, stock hold to my side, and she's trying to pin me down, saying, "Try to get out, try to get out," and I literally bicep curled because she was tiny. I mean, we're talking 5 foot, 5'1", maybe 100 pounds, maybe 110 pounds, and I literally bicep curled her up off of me and onto the other side of the bed. The look on her face was priceless, though. Let me tell you. But perfect height for a certain thing. Oh, you know it there, Travis. I'm not kidding. I went to high school with a girl that was so short. She was classified as a legal midget. I think she was like 4'5", 4'5", 4'6", and sad to say, I made up a joke about her one time. Pound chicken. But she was a legal midget. She was classified in the United States as a legal midget. 4'5", 4'6", and um, I am not kidding. She was so short. There used to be jokes about her. I don't know if she was really into that kind of stuff at that point. This was back in high school. Of course, there were a lot of sluts at my high school, sadly. Hard to believe so many sluts, but not one of them wanted to get with me. That right there is sad. If I can't get a slut to come at me, that's sad. I gotta tell you. I've always said that Joe, I can't even get a hooker with a $100 bill hanging out of my zipper. That's sad. But there used to be this joke about her, and I'm not the one who came up with it, but I did use it a time or two. There was a joke saying that she is so short she can give you a blowjob standing up. Like she was that short. If you were someone like my height, she can give you a blowjob standing up. She wouldn't need to get on her knees. Actually, we had one kid in my school. He stood about 6'10", 7 foot tall. The joke was that in his case, she'd get on a step stool. That's bad. I know. That's bad. Um, but man, eh, see, I'm just like trucking. Not all my live streams need to be about vaping. We can talk real shit. This is more my view on life. Um, like when it came down to it, like what Ken was talking about and what me and Trevor were talking about being bigger guys. It's not about me being intimidated. It's that the other women are intimidated. They're intimidated by a guy who can easily overpower them. I dated. I only had one girl. I only dated one. I've dated about 5 girls so far in my life. Yeah, it could be true. Of course, every girl in my area, maybe my town, the town is over. I've seen what kind of women are out in public. It, yeah, a million ways, upside down, side. It can go sideways, upside down, right side up, and all around. A million ways from Sunday. Um, it's not that I'm intimidated. It's the fact that the girls themselves, are intimidated. Every girl I've dated so far in my life, all but one, have been 5'5" or shorter. The tallest one I did, believe it or not, the tallest one I did it was 6'2". That right there, the one kind of being a real tall guy like me and dating a real short girl, is you got to bend down just to give her a kiss. Now I will admit, when I was dating the girl that was 6'2", I didn't have to do that. Just got to point my head down. Um, I've actually never messed with any girls, like girls to just mess around with. Um, a lot of the girls I've dated, sadly, have only used me for a rebound. Just pick her up, she'll love that shit, or kick you in the nuts. Either way, you'll get some action. One of see if yeah, I dated 5 girls in my life. One was 6'2", the rest were 5'5" or shorter. The shortest one being 5 foot. Um, the one that was actually 5 foot, funny story, is that if I didn't give her a proper hug, because she like when she hugged me, when we hugged each other, she liked her arms to be around my neck. Um, but being 6'5" and her being 5 foot, I had to bend down pretty damn low just for her enable her to do that. So sometimes I would go to wrap my arms around her head, and if I did that, she'd bite me in the nipple just to get me to bend down. Yeah, I took and play that card, but I've always my morals and my morals are just so strong because of the way I was raised. Because my parents were baby boomers, so I was raised similar to how they were raised. Um, when a girl messes with me, I don't do the same. Um, and I think a lot of and I think that's actually kind of normal. That is somewhat normal, actually very very normal. But I just cannot do that. I couldn't rebound. Maybe because I don't have, sadly, I do not have the look nor the body to do that. Oh man, I most of the time I get used for money, especially because where I work, I make decent money, decent right now, but I still though I get these fucking crazy ass women that like oh my god. So that's why and like I always say on the shows when we talk about relationships and my personal experiences. Um, I'm just living my life, and I'm having a blast doing it right now. Um, I go to work, make my money, and then on my free time, I do whatever my heart desires, or at least within the law. I mean, seriously. I mean, there have been times I want, if you do what your heart desires, but your heart desires to go 100 miles an hour on a motorcycle, that's nope, not a good idea. Um, I'm one of those really safe riders. I always go the speed limit, maybe five over. But I always tell people, live your life. If someone comes down the road and your paths cross, it's an opportunity. It might be a bad opportunity, it might be a good opportunity, but it's an opportunity. I always tell people to take opportunities. Um, but take it slow. Learn the person first. Learn them. You both need to learn each other. Get to know each other. In high school, I was in relatively good shape, worked out multiple days a week, One ex wanted to flirt with my best friend, so being the asshole I was, I got with all her friends on the softball. Woo, man. Well, if she ended up sleeping with your best friend, I mean, like Travis said, two can play that game. So, um, right. Travis says, right, live life to the fullest, and the right one will come in time. Yeah, because I'm young. I'm 23. Um, I think my bad relationships in recent past, I believe, that was just that's basically God telling me, just live your life. The right one has not come yet, but she will. But you need to live your life for you right now, and that's what I've been doing. Truckin's told me that. Shayna's told me that. Kimmy's told me that. Stevie's told me that. And I think I've finally woken up and I've been doing that same thing and I've been having a blast. Now, granted, there are some days where the loneliness does play a factor into my day, but at the same time, at the end of the day, though, all that matters right now is me and what am I having fun? And that's what should be for every single guy out there. Guy, if you're feeling lonely, at the end of the day, though, you got to realize, make yourself happy. Do what you love to do. Don't let somebody control what you love. I love riding motorcycles. I love doing coils. I love doing this. I love doing YouTube. That's why I started YouTube. I wouldn't have started it if I didn't like it. And I loved meeting all these awesome people. TVA Ryan Vapes. I love meeting you. You're an awesome guy. Travis, you're an awesome guy. Truckin's awesome. Kimmy's awesome. Willow's awesome. All you guys are awesome. Um, Meeting all these great people. I am having a fucking blast. And it's like amen to that, Ryan. Amen to that. Um, Sadly, I can't ride my motorcycle right now because it's too damn cold. I learned my lesson the hard way. I rode my motorcycle in 15-degree weather last year. Yeah, that was a big mistake. Even with multiple layers on, still didn't help at all. But and I always tell people you don't have to be old to have wisdom. You can be young and have wisdom. Depends on what wisdom you have. Um, People, a lot of the problem I had. Yeah, Burr's right, Travis. You want to talk about Burr? Woo. Riding, especially going 70 miles an hour. Why is my hang on? There we go. Got it. My camera was not. My phone wasn't focusing, so I had to fix that real quick. But yeah, I mean, God Almighty. Um, oh, wisdom comes from different walks of life and different experiences. Age doesn't define either of those. Same as respect. Couldn't have said it more myself, Ryan. Um, I'll tell you what's sad though. I think me and Kimmy have touched base on this a time or two. Um, a lot of women now with the mainstream, as far as like the mainstream in society, um, a lot of women like dating the asshole. I don't know. I've seen it. I see it almost every day. And the funny thing is that some of the women that some girls you're actually friends with, the girls that you're not trying to get into, you love being their friend. They love being your friend. You can have that kind of friendship. I do anyway. Um, but you hear them all the time though, bitching about their boyfriend being an asshole and possibly cheating on them, and then you just can't help but ask this one question: then why are you with him? And what is usually the answer? He's so cute though. Really? I mean, come on. Why do a lot of people, yeah, a lot of people look toward look? I get every day I hear girls saying, "Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's cute." In my head, I'm like, he's probably a douchebag. um, a lot of good guys out there like myself, like trucking. A lot of good, generous, humble guys out there get the short end of the stick. Am I tired of it? Yeah, I am. But can I do nothing? Can I do anything about it? Not really. The only thing I can do is, like I said, live my life. And maybe some woman out there will see who I am and like me for who I am as a person, and you know, goes from there. But man, it, sometimes I can't help but see all this stuff going on, and it just drives me off the wall insane. Excuse me. I'm just a generous person. I'm a humble guy. I love helping people, whether it be friends that need help, saying, "Hey, I need help moving this stuff," or helping my family house. You know, the one thing I don't really like hearing. Okay, but around here, it's usually they pick whoever is willing to get them pregnant the fastest. I lost my train of thought here. But yeah, you're right, Ryan. But see, what sounds better? Hearing someone say they need you in their life, or somebody that says they want you in your life? Which one sounds better? I'm not disagreeing with you, Ryan. I don't doubt it one bit. I mean, I've heard a few times around here. But what sounds better, as far as those two sayings? Someone saying I want you in my life, or someone saying I need you in my life. Which one of those two sound better? To me, what sounds better is a person wanting you in their life, and that whether it be a friend or a possible relationship with another person. Yes, want definitely sounds better. When I hear someone, I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, I need you in my life." That has nowhere near the same effect as if they were to said, "I want you in my life." Because when you say need, what is their true intentions of keeping you around? That is a good question, isn't it? I mean, I honestly I've only had one relationship where the girl said she wanted me. The rest of them said needed. That's probably why a lot of them ended so quick. Because I guess it was also on my part too. I guess I don't know what happened to the one, Ryan. I really don't. Like when I have somebody in my life, I want them in my life. I say that still. I don't say I need them. I say I want them. I just wish people would understand that. I mean, God. They should be. This should be a lot. this should be this. I should start doing these like once a week or once every other week. Uh, life philosophy with the Monster Man is what I should probably entitle it. Um, it. Yeah, they do. Sadly, all they care about is the size of their ding dong. Unfortunately. Whatever happened to the old saying, it's not the size of the ship, it's the motion of the ocean? Now, granted, it does take a long time to get to England in a rowboat, but, I mean, come on. Man, it's just, I don't, oh, man. Talking about this has actually getting me a little riled up, honestly, but, sometimes talking about it does help, and this does help me, and I hope, you know, this is what I love to do though. I want to start going live a little bit more, and actually talking to all you guys. Um, Reach out more, like what Truckin does. Actually reach out to the viewers, to the people who actually watch my videos. Um, I do want to get more involved. I do want to start putting out more videos, but I work so damn much during the week. It's virtually physically impossible for me to do so. Because by the time I get home, usually from a full shift, I am dead tired. Like my brain's shot. um, I just, man. Like a lot of those younger guys out there, or younger people out there, guys and girls alike, can really learn from our parents by how time was for them, as far as what it was like to be a man, and what it was like to be a woman, and how the true values. That's the problem nowadays. True values they're almost gone. There are very few of us left, as far as this younger generation, that understand the value of having someone in your life that's that one special person, a relationship, a girlfriend, a wife. Very few of us still live by that value, sadly, and it hurts to see that it's usually the guys who don't give a rat's ass and just want that, don't even really care about the woman. They just care about having that arm candy or that pussy. But then the guys like us who would treat a woman with the utmost respect and show them the exact same love, and show them the love that we can provide for them and all of that, it hurts. It really does. Um, and granted, not everybody's perfect. I understand, and I know I'm not perfect. I might be young, but I've had my fair share of fuck ups before. Um, and I've probably said or done. I never cheat. I can say though, I've never cheated. I never lied to a woman. I never cheated on a woman. I never lied to a woman. I never stole from anybody in my life. I've always been real, honest, and there. But sadly, that is not enough anymore. That doesn't cut the cheese anymore. No pun intended. Oh my. It's sad. It really is nowadays. It's gone to the point to where it sickens me almost. It really does. Um, Sometimes I wish I was born in the 80s. Sometimes I wish I was, born in the same time as you were, Travis, because uh, surely when you were younger, probably my age or a little bit younger, women still had that value. Um, But like I said, no one's perfect, Ryan. We've all done things that we kind of look back on and sometimes wish we never done it. I know I do. Trust me. Most recent time was actually earlier this year. Um, like okay, I'm gonna. I never told anybody this story, but I'm going to now. Um, Last year in November 5th to be exact, I started dating this one girl. She's quite a bit younger than I am. She was legal at the time though. It was her 19th birthday. She and I met through some friends of mine. We were hanging out. She started becoming that one person I can go to and talk to. Um, she's like me. I'm a goofy guy. I'm a nerd. I'm a goof. I'm a dork. I'm not afraid to put that label on me. And she kind of matched the same. She kind of matched my personality. Um, I met her in July of 17, and by November 5th of 17, me and her started dating. Unfortunately, something happened to where in April of this year, me and her broke up. And it was on, and I'm gonna say this: I'm the one that called it off. Um, I was shy in school too, man. But and to this day, I still can't give a legitimate reason why me and her broke up. But I see it as my fault, not for dating her, for breaking up with her. Um, because I still have feelings for her even months after, and unfortunately, I can never fix that damage. Um, and I'm living with that right now. And I've I've been in, I'm still sort of in this state of depression where there are days where I can't help but think about her and just what if we didn't break up? What if we continued on? I want to, Ryan. I want to, but she's with somebody else now. The day I tried, there at one point about a couple months after me and her broke up, I wanted to get back together with her, but sadly, I was too late. She got with somebody else, and I blame myself for it. I blame myself for my own destruction, for my own self destruction. She is not at fault by any sense of the word. It's all me. Um, I'm trying to keep track of chat. Uh, but she didn't care about what I looked like. She didn't care about the money I make. She cared about was me as me for who I am. And I made the mistake of letting her go. I actually did it, Ryan. I did it some time ago, about a month or so ago. I'm still hurting. I really am, and but I think I'll never see her again, or never have her back again. But I guess that's just the way, no matter what happens, life goes on, and I've been doing that. No pun intended, I've been trucking along. I've been fighting. Because my dad has always taught me it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and she's far from it. Yeah, I've been kind of going out to I usually don't go out to bars anymore, um, but I have been going to bowling alleys, places where people actually go to hang out and have fun. I mean, you can have fun at a bar, but I don't want to meet a chick that's had a few too much to drink, if you know what I mean. I've had a couple friends and a couple family members that went through that. It was not pretty. And thank you, Ryan. Thank you. No one's really seen this side of me, other than my friends and family. No one's really seen the softer side of the Monster Man, but now you have. But like I said, life goes on, and I've just been doing that. Been fighting the fight. I mean, me and this girl do still talk every now and then, but I can't help but talk to her and feel the damage I've caused. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much, and you have my support too, man. You have my support too, brother. You know what? Just because I'm down, I'm not out. I guess something just needs to come into my life that's extraordinary. Thank you, Travis. Thank you. You guys have my support as well. Everybody in the community has my support. From Truckin' to Jay to Kimmy, even Shayna, Willow, you all have my support. That's why I'm here. That's why I've stayed here. I've never really told anybody this story though, that story. But I'm glad I did to finally get it out there. Because I've been asked by a few if I'm okay, and I am okay. Just in a little bit of pain right now. I'll bounce back though. I'll be back. It's like when during the whole thing with trucking, not trucking, but the whole thing that was going around about Jay and the Jenna. When I was watching that live show of trucking and Jay talking about it, Gregory kept saying, typing in gong, Gong. That's kind of I put in the chat that said, Gregory, you might need to knock it off. That well, not knock it off, but you might want to be careful because the gong, or we all know, if you know, if the Undertaker, and he's known for that death bell, that gong. At the same time, that's also the calling for the Monster Man. I always say it's like when the gong rings and the fog rolls in, that's the calling of the Monster Man. Um, if anyone, if you guys don't, you got when you hear the gong and you see the fog, you know that the Monster Man is near. It's like my profile picture here on the channel and on my Facebook in the group. It shows basically the Grim Reaper. You know, the guy, the person in the mask with the hood. That's actually me under that mask in that hood. That's me. Um, that is the Monster Man. Um, I'm not gonna lie. Um, there, these rough patches that I've been going through here lately, definitely feel like I've been wearing a mask. Yeah, I don't know. I just know what I've seen, as far as the live feed and everything, and trucking talking about it. Um, that I just don't know more than that. I just know that uh, I'm not gonna say anything. All I know is what was said on the live feed on that show, and that's basically it. Yeah, I'm a nice guy until you piss me off. We're human, Ryan. We all make mistakes. Try to get my camera to focus again. Come on, focus. Try and get the focus here real quick. I guess this is the best we're gonna do for right now. Kind of got better there. We're all human, Ryan. We all make mistakes. We all do. That's what makes us human. That's really what makes us human. Um, but about this girl, do I still, you know, I do hang out with her at times and all that. You know, it's just I can't help but play that thought through my head. What if? You know what I mean? Which we've all been there. But thank you guys for your support. I really do appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. Everybody who supports me, I appreciate. Um, when the support comes in, that's when the Monster Man comes to life. Because I thrive off of the people that support me. I thrive off of you guys. It's guys like you, Travis and Ryan. It's guys like you, like Truckin' and all of them. It's all you guys and everybody else that supports me. It's you guys that give me the energy to keep doing this. It's what gives me the energy to still be the man that I am. Thank you, Travis. Again, thank you so much. But all right, y'all. It's 3 a.m. where I'm at. I'm getting tired, so I think I'm going to head to bed. But thank you guys for coming in here and chatting with me for a little while. Yes, that's very true, Ryan. But again, I'm sad to say I'm going to cut this. I'm going to end it right here. But thank you guys for coming in and chatting with me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good night, Ryan. And I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. I know what I'm going to do. I'm gonna eat till I go into a food coma. But alright, guys. Like I always say in my videos, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Monster Man Vapes, signing off.